Sides with Rajnikant's golden jubilee in cinema as a career, which in fact began in 1975, and it continues to rule the hearts of viewers even in 2025. From a rugged villain to an actor whose expressive eyes cast a spell on the audience, Rajnikant, he has risen to become India's one of the biggest superstars with fans spanning states. Meanwhile, my colleague Sam Daniel, he in fact spoke to the cast of this movie, Coolie. In fact, spoke with the director Lokesh Kanagraj, the musician Anirudh, and the leading lady Shruti Hassan. Take a look.
Rajini's film, so it's always special, no?
You are a Kamal fan. How special was directing Rajnikant?
Yeah, I can say that in another interview. There is a lot of rush here.
Has the film come out well the way you liked?
Yes. The response is so good. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, how special was this film for you?
Thank you.
What's the larger theme you chose for Coolie?
Sir, it's a very special day, sir. All over the world, it's a record. Very proud to be part of the 50th year of Rajini, sir.
Any particular theme you chose for this?
Sir, just mass, sir. That's Talaivar, just Talaivar.
What next?
Jailer 2, sir.
Lastly, young talents are doing extremely well in Tamil cinema now, be it you or Lokesh. What's the larger message?
So, just a proud moment, sir. Very proud moment. In the 50th year of Talaivar, for us to deliver this, I'm very happy, sir.
Thank you so much, Anil, for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Always.
That was Mr. Anirudh talking to us in Chennai with Suresh, Sam Daniel for NDTV. It's a big day for fans of superstar Rajnikant. In a sense, Coolie Day, as his film Coolie is set to release across Tamil Nadu and around the world. It's also special because it's the golden jubilee year for the superstar. And with me, Ravindran, thank you very much for your time. What makes first day, first show of Rajnikant special?
It's always been special. It's superstar's film. It's always been special. I'm coming from childhood. I used to come with my father. Now I'm coming alone. So it's like he's an evergreen star. His aura is
A power-packed lineup of stars from Rajnikant, Amir Khan, Satyaraj, Shruti Hassan.
that power-packed stars. We only come for a superstar. That's it.
Did you like the music?
Yeah, Anirudh has always given his best, absolute best to superstar. It's been the fifth film for him. So we thought Hukum cannot be replaced, and he came up with Powerhouse. So it's for the Powerhouse. You know it, right?
What's that clicks with people of all generations when it comes to Rajnikant?
So growing up watching his movies was something which I'm attached to. My dad was a Rajnikant fan, and I grew up watching his movies, carrying his style and all sorts of his attitude. So I feel always good to be here.
Lokesh Kanagraj's first film with Rajnikant, will it be Rajnikant film or Lokesh's film?
It's low-key universe. It's always low-key. And it will be a proper Rajnikant film too, fans as usual it. And we are looking for as 1,000 crore box office as a pan-India film.
I think the biggest challenge for Loki would be to outdo Karthik Subraj as a fanboy. So I think what Karthik Subraj has done in Peta is really outstanding, and we're expecting massive work here. We actually traveled out of state, we're from Karnataka, Bangalore. We've come here to watch it with the fans and celebrate it with the fans.
Bangalore, they have come all the way from Bangalore just to witness the celebrations in Rohini theatres.
Where are you from? Bangalore, and you're a Rajnikant fan. Have you seen the film or are you going to see the film?
We are going to see the film.
Fans of all ages, obviously, each one with a different thing. You all have Coolie. Coolie irka?
Yes, sir. Yes.
What? Why?
Namla Coolie da.
Yeah.
Namla Coolie da.
You can take out Kannadi and do Rajnikant style?
Yeah.
Very nice. It is being Rajnified. Rajnified na enna? Being terrified is being Rajnified. Powerhouse. We are at the Urvashi Theatre here in Bangalore, where there is a 50-year-old cake being cut for Rajnikant. Crackers being burst there. Full on Rajnikant mania being played out here. crowd here early morning. Chandrakant is the Rajinikanth Fans Club President of Karnataka. Why are you a Rajinikanth fan?
I've seen the first film. After first film, I become a fan.
Okay. What does Rajini 50 years mean for you?
Sir, 50 years, what happened is great celebration of our festival. We make a festival throughout Karnataka.
You have Rajini dialogue?
நான் ஒரு தடவை சொன்னா 100 தடவை சொன்ன மாதிரி because நான்
Say it like superstar.
one star superstar ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಕುಮಾರ್ ಇದ್ರು ಆಂಧ್ರಗೆ NT ರಾಮಾರಾವ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರು ತಮಿಳುನಾಡಿಗೆ MGR ಇದ್ರು ಬಿಕಾಸ್ 20-30 ವರ್ಷ ಆದ್ರೆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ 50 ವರ್ಷವರೆಗೂ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಸೂಪರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್
How much money will Coolie make? Movie is good? What are you cutting this cake for? Arey dekho, celebrating 50 years of Rajinikanth. Coolie. Arey wow. Celebrations here. You're also related to Rajinikanth.
Definitely.
Huh? You're related to him. What relation? What relation?
What relation? Brother, son-in-law.
So the Rajini craze here playing out at Urvashi Theatre. Obviously, all shows are booked. You just need to go online to try and get a ticket for Coolie. You won't get it. That's the craze for Rajinikanth. Obviously, a sellout weekend. Reviews coming in that it's a total masala film. So, all people out here at the Urvashi Theatre there. So, the Rajini craze, not just in Chennai, across several southern cities, including in Bangalore, where they are celebrating the release of Coolie.
Looking at the crowd, it may look like it's the middle of the day here in Mumbai, but it's not. It's early in the morning, and all these people are here for Thalaiva. Yes, it's Thalaiva Day, and so they are all here for Rajinikanth early in the morning since 4 o'clock. They've been standing here for the tickets. First day, first show, 6 a.m. They are waiting for here to talk to us. Guys, कितने excited हैं आप लोग Coolie देखने के लिए? Very excited, very excited.
Excited.
क्या ये पहली बार ऐसा हो रहा है? आप लोग आए हो कि हमेशा आते हो?
always do yeah जो रजनीकांत सर का है
So you can see the madness here, and it's 50
celebrating
years.
these are 50 years of Rajinikanth we are
And
celebrating
it's
here
special, right?
yeah 100% we are this is special for us
So it's extra special for them this time. They do this every year, doesn't matter. The rain, sun, doesn't matter. They're always here. But this year it's extra special because it's 50 years of Rajinikanth and the number of fans are increasing every day. So here we are. The madness is here. It's Thalaiva Day.
I want to ask you a question. Have you ever seen a fan celebration like this ever
Oh,
before?
never.
So this is the best and this is the bestest moment of my life because I am also not a South Indian, but I'm first time coming here and this is just for the love of Rajni. This is the day. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. And you guys, you all have been coming here regularly?
Yeah. Every year for Rajini film.
It doesn't look like it's 6 in the morning, right?
No.
The whole mall is crowded and it's full of people and everybody is celebrating like it's a festival. It is a festival.
Right now.
Absolutely.
This is the temple of cinema.
This is the temple of cinema, like they said.
Well, there is nothing like Rajni Mania, and there is nothing like watching a Rajni film on the very first day. Meanwhile, shifting our focus to our other story, Air Force Chief Amarpreet Singh, he visited the home of Surendra Moga in Jhunjhunu. Surendra, he was martyred during Operation Sindoor. In fact, the chief met Surendra's family and said that the Indian Air Force has always been supporting the families of the martyrs. Surendra, he was a medical assistant in the Air Force, and on the night of 9th of May 2025, Pakistan attacked the Udhampur base camp. And in this attack, Surendra Moga from Mehradasi village in Jhunjhunu, he was martyred. The Chief of Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal Amarpreet Singh, he visited the Pune-based Artificial Limb Center as well on Wednesday and met with Corporal Varun Kumar, air warrior who suffered injuries during Operation Sindoor.
फौजी का विलेज है बाहर देखो कितने लोग मिले हैं
That's all we have for you in this edition of Prime 5. On the other side, Ankit Tyagi joins us with Nationwide at 6.
Hello, Moto.
Moto G96 5G. All eyes on you. This Independence Day week, Rajnikant is back 50 years after his first film release today, his 171st. Coolie hits the theatres and the superstar fever is already off the charts. The release of Coolie coincides with Rajnikant's Golden Jubilee in cinema, a career which began in 1975 and continues to rule the hearts of viewers even in 2025.
Vanakkam Tamil Nadu.
Well, the battle for Tamil Nadu 2026 is open now.
After Chief Minister Stalin rolls up his sleeves.
And Vijay steps in as a star challenger.
This is a mass gathering, not for cash.
Meanwhile, a former Chief Minister, Edapadi Palanisamy, begins his fight back.
The big comeback campaign by EPS has well and truly begun.
These are all the ultimate players, and this is going to be the ultimate test.
जय जवान जो मैंने शुरू किया था ये एक्चुअली मैं दोबारा आया हूँ आप लोग से मिलने के लिए मुझे बड़ी खुशी है आप देख रहे हैं YouTube पे मेरी फिल्म वाह क्या बात है क्या बात है देखिए जय जवान मेरे साथ 15 अगस्त को सिर्फ NDTV पर जय जवान जय जवान जय हिंद जय हिंद
Is your business future ready? Join the 13-week strategic ESG certification program for business sustainability and growth for CXO and business leaders by NDTV, Terry and Zenora. Master global ESG frameworks, gain real-world tools and lead with impact. Starts August the 23rd. Enroll now and power your business with sustainability.
Mohit, you are known for your music. All your films, musics stay with us till today. I'm a millennial and those music are kind of music. So whenever we say Mohit Suri film aa raha hai, we know the music will be good, right? It's a given. So you really work hard. But is this always like how you create your music? You need everything in place, the mood, the lighting, even when the person is in the studio and just singing. And also, how did you select your musicians that this person's voice is perfect for this song?
That's what I think, the amount you give to a song, that's how long it will last, I think. Everyone does the programming, everyone writes the words, everyone makes the thing. But the thing is how much you give, how much of heart you give to the lyrics or to the music or to the melody or to the singing. That's how long the song will last, is what I genuinely feel. If you don't give that love, you're not going to get it back. It's just a simple debit and credit procedure, I think, with the audience. I genuinely feel I don't have any special skill. I don't know any scale or anything else. It's just that I enjoy that process a lot. Give me an evening to just go for a film party or something, I'll skip it. But you give me like a struggling musician to go who has a great tune, some new guys, chill all night with them. I can do that. I can just sit there, make music and stuff like that. We just did that recently. Fahim came down. He just surprised us, and we met in my Bandra office, and Ahan was there, Aneet was there, and he made me hear his other songs and stuff like that. But it was it's so much fun, because I just think making music, film, you still get to see something. Yeah. I think music is so amazing. You just
don't need to see anything.
It's in the air, and suddenly it just comes together, and it's just, you can just feel it. And something you hear makes you feel something. It's just magical.
NDTV 24/7 is India's #1 English news channel on YouTube. Credible, compelling, always ahead of the curve. Thank you for choosing NDTV 24/7 as your trusted source for news.
Good evening and welcome to NDTV. It's nationwide at 6 on the broadcast at this moment. I am Ankit Tyagi. Very important stories that we are going to talk about this evening, viewers, and we'll start with, high and mighty think they can bend the law. The law is different for them and it's different for the citizens of the country. But today the Supreme Court showed the mirror to one such high-profile criminal. In fact, one such high-profile accused who thought even within jail he will get his VIP status intact. Actor Darshan, his bail has been cancelled, and the Supreme Court has in fact now put a precedent. They have now shown a precedent as far as these cases are concerned. I'll get you the details on this. Then we will also talk about the details of the massive mayhem. Does the national capital deserve this? As citizens of this country who are paying tax, do we deserve the capital to be waterlogged in few hours of rain? A death has happened, an absolutely useless way to die. A man who was with his daughter died on the streets of Delhi. We'll get you the details on that as well. And then, of course, we'll also talk about the SIR case in the Supreme Court today. But let's start with actor Darshan. He's accused of nothing less than a murder. Murder of a man and was in fact arrested after a lot of hue and cry and put in bail. Then came the visuals of actor Darshan chilling in jail as if he was sitting in his own drawing room, having a cup of coffee, smiling, looking at people, enjoying as if this is a resort where he has come to spend some time with himself. Relax. There were video calls with his fans which were going viral. And even after all that, he was given bail. The Supreme Court today cancelled the bail for actor Darshan. The Supreme Court slammed the VVIP treatment which was being given to this actor. The Supreme Court said that the High Court bail order has its purse. It does not, in fact, have majesty of the law. And the Supreme Court then also said that it reiterated that no one is above the law. It's a huge rebuke in such cases as far as the privilege is concerned. Just take a look at this. The court said, why did the court cancel this bail for the actor? Serious, heinous nature of the offense. He's accused of orchestrating a murder. And even then he gets such lenient, and kid glove kind of a treatment. Evidence indicates premeditated crime. The Supreme of evidence. What need to keep him behind bars? The accused used police influence, the probe. Status as a student will get him some brownie points. Police will work out his whims and fancies. The court said no one exempt from the legal accountability and sent a very strong message this evening. No exemption by virtue of the status of the accused. If you are an actor and you think that everybody is beneath you, no sir, the law is the same for you. All people are equally subjected to the law. That's the underline in fact of this very important order of the Supreme Court, which will be used as a precedent in many other cases as well. And if you're wondering why the court was so harsh on this actor, let me just tell you the case that he is accused in. Renuka Swamy from Chitradurga was tortured and murdered on June 8, 2024. And in this very case, Renuka Swamy's body was found with injuries on June 9th in 2024. 4 people surrendered claiming responsibility on June 10th. On June 11th, actor Darshan, another actor Pavitra Gowda, they were arrested in Mysuru. And let me also tell you then in August 2024, there were leaked photographs showing actor Darshan enjoying in prison, chilling. I showed you those visuals. I'll play them again in a while for you. Despite the arrest, making video calls from within the confines of the prison. The Bengaluru police filed a 3,991-page charge sheet as far as this case is concerned. Later, Darshan got 6 weeks in October 2024. He got a 6-week interim bail on medical grounds. Then, the High Court also granted bail to Darshan and Pavitra Gowda on December 3rd, 2024. This was challenged. The Supreme Court issued notices to Darshan and others on January 2025. And then, in May 2025, Darshan requests the court to approval to go abroad for work. Somebody's life has been taken, but my life should go on as it was because I am a celebrity. The Supreme Court then, on 17th July 2025 and later on July 24, 2025, Supreme Court said that the High Court's decision prima facie is perverse. It should not have given them the bail. Darshan, Pavitra filed submissions for continuing bail on August 2025. And then on 14th August 2025, the Supreme Court cancelled bail for actor Darshan, saying that no one is above law. I just once again want to play out those visuals again of this man smiling, sitting inside the prison. This is inside the prison with his lackeys sitting around him, chilling with a cup of coffee. Remember, he's the man behind, the brain behind, accused behind the murder of an innocent man. And after that, he has the gumption to tell the court, I want to go abroad for shooting, for work. Let's first listen in to the family of the victim, which has welcomed the Supreme Court's decision.
Darshan avara bail application Supreme Court nalli avaru raddagide avaru arrest ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇದು ನಮಗೆ ನ್ಯಾಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಒಂದು ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಹೈಕೋರ್ಟ್ನಾಗ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬೇಲ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆತಂಕ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಆದರೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರದವರು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ವಿಶೇಷ ತನಿಖೆ ಅಂತಂದು ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಅಪೀಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ನಮಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಇದಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಅದರಂತೆ ನ್ಯಾಯವಾದಿಗಳ ಒಂದು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳು ಇವತ್ತು ಆ ಬೇಲ್ ರದ್ದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಇಡೀ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದುಕೊಂಡೆಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಅಪರಾಧಿ ತಕ್ಷಣಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಹೈಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ತಿಳಿಸ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಂಗಾಗಿದೆ. ಇದರಿಂದ
ಯಾರು ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ
ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಆಗಬೇಕಂತ
ಕಾನೂನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ?
All right, let me very quickly go across to my colleagues, those who are joining me at this moment. Deepak is joining us from Bengaluru. Nupur was tracking this case here in the national capital. Nupur, coming to you very quickly first. This case and the court's order is very important. It is going to be used as a precedence in many cases to come. The court once again underlining, no matter what your status is, you are a dwarf in front of the law of the land.
Well, yes, Ankit, this is in fact a very, in fact, a landmark judgment in that sense that the Supreme Court now has not only cancelled the bail but has also used its extraordinary powers in directing that, first of all the 7 people who have been granted bail should surrender immediately, and it has went on to say that if it finds out that any 5-star treatment is being meted out to any of them, if any such picture surfaces again in front of the Supreme Court, it will not let this go easily. It will take a serious note of the same and will in fact direct suspension for police officers responsible for this kind of 5-star treatment to people of power and big stature in the society. The Supreme Court said that law, in eyes of law, everyone is equal. Law is equal for all, and no one can expect to be treated in such a way, and they will have to ultimately abide by the law. And if actor Darshan is surrendering today, the Supreme Court said that he's not doing us a favor. This is the right. This is the right in the country. This is a democracy, and he will have to, in fact, not only surrender but also go through the trial, through the trial process. The Supreme Court also, on the other hand, took a very dim view in the way High Court, Karnataka High Court has dealt with this case, the way it has granted bail, it has heard witnesses, cross-examined witnesses,
Yes.
which should have been done by the trial court. So this is in fact a very big development and a big judgment in itself.
As I said, it is going to be, and Nupur also underlined it, a landmark judgment that will be a precedent in many cases to come, in future. Deepak, as far as the actor is concerned, has he surrendered? And number two, because we saw some visuals just a short while back of a vehicle in which he's apparently sitting, going, for the said surrender. But Deepak, the question also, a big question also remains on the prison authorities and the policemen, possibly those who colluded with this actor to give him a VVIP treatment. What is the government saying about that?
Well, the biggest news of the day is law has caught up. However high and mighty Darshan thought he was, while people thought, well, the powerful always get away, this particular order of the Supreme Court has come as a welcome relief to everybody. It has reassured not just the family of Renuka Swamy, because the father there clearly says, my faith in the judiciary has been reinforced with this judgment, and that's exactly what it has done to thousands of people who continue to fight against the high and mighty. There are several cases that the common man are dealing with, and they believe today that, well, the courts are there to protect their interests, and if there is injustice that's being done, the court will rectify that. Procedures right now going on. He was formally arrested from the Hoskerehalli, house. That's where his wife and his son were. He visited that particular place, and the police, of course, taking him from there, then to the police station, medical checkups. The formality continues, and producing before the court, and eventually, of course, back in jail. And that is something that many of them wondered, will it ever happen again? Because usually when you have the powerful who are sent to prison and then get out on bail, then that's the end of the story. That means that they're never probably going to go back. But now it has been set right, and the court has, like you said, made some stinging observations about how VIP treatment was given to him. He just didn't have a cup of coffee in his hand. He had a cigarette as well inside the prison, and seated there casually along with his aides, as if he had done nothing wrong. But right now, all of that comes to an end. The court will, of course, take a decision which, prison he goes back to. The administration as well can take a call if they want to shift him for whatever reasons they deem fit. But the news of the day, Darshan going back to prison.
And whether he's guilty or not, that is for the courts to decide. But for that judgment, Darshan will have to go through the process as any other person in this country. Your VIP status is behind those walls of the prison. Your VIP status, in fact, ceases to exist once you decide to take law in your own hands, and then you will be treated with the full force of the law. As Deepak was saying, it's heartening to see once again the court reinforcing that the law is the same for every person. Deepak, Nupur, thank you so much for joining me. But Deepak, I request you to stay on with me. We would like to, in fact, at this moment, play out a reaction. Our colleague Veer Raghav caught up with actor Ramya on this entire incident.
Now is Ramya, actor who has taken on, Darshan's fans and had filed a complaint. Ma'am, what's your first reaction to the fact that the Supreme Court has cancelled the bail order and said no VIP treatment to anyone in the courts in India?
It's a relief, and it reaffirms your faith in the justice system. No matter how long and hard the process is, that there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Strong order from the Supreme Court, finally, in terms of the case that you've taken up as well.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, I kind of skimmed through the judgment. He came down heavily on the High Court, and also, they made observations about how he was just chilling in jail, and how that leeway was given to him. And I'm glad that, they've gone through it in detail and they've made these observations. And I think it sends out a really strong message, Veer, that, no one is above the law. Everyone's equal. And that, there is justice and it will be served.
Deepak continues to be with me. Deepak, has there been any at least intent by the government of Karnataka to take action against the policeman or the prison official, those who were giving him such a lenient treatment? He was able to make video calls from behind the prison walls. He was able to get that coffee, cigarette. It was almost, Darshan's darbar inside the prison.
Well, not just Darshan. The Parapna Agrara prison, of course, has been infamous for giving VIP treatment. Be it the case of Sasikala several years ago while she was lodged here in the Parapna Agrara prison. We should also remember Telgi was also somebody who was at the Parapna Agrara prison. There were several reports that, high-profile prisoners were given VIP treatment. There have been constant raids as well that continue to take place where you find mobile phones. You've seen people even do reels inside the prison. So this is a perennial problem, and assurances have come in time and again after such instances come to the fore, even after the Darshan case. But there needs to be a true cleansing of prisons, not just in Bengaluru but across the country. So that is something that's a deep-rooted problem within the system that needs to be fixed. Hopefully when he goes back to prison this time, he's not given any sort of VIP treatment, because that's something that the Supreme Court particularly pointed out as well.
Deepak, thank you so much for joining me with all those details on this case. NDTV has been relentlessly, and Deepak has been, has kept the focus and the spotlight on this case. We'll keep getting the details. And also, if Darshan still gets any VVIP treatment, you will hear it first here on NDTV. All right, with that, we're slipping into a very short break. On the other side, a very important and significant development in the whole SIR case, which is going on inside the Supreme Court on Bihar. We'll get you all the latest details, and Yogendra Yadav will also be joining us, one of the petitioners who argued himself in the case, in a short while from now. We're coming back. Stay tuned.
Hello, Moto.
Moto G96 5G. All eyes on you.
गोल्ड प्लस ऑप्टिमिस्टिक रिफ्लेक्टिव ग्लास लगाओ, धूप की गर्मी को दूर भगाओ और बिजली का बिल भी बचाओ।
Mohit, you are known for your music. All your films, musics stay with us till today. I'm a millennial, and those music are kind of music. So whenever we say Mohit Suri film aa raha hai, we know the music will be good, right? It's a given. So you really work hard. But is this always like how you create your music? You need everything in place, the mood, the the lighting, even when the person is in the studio and just singing. And also, how did you select your musicians that this person's voice is perfect for this song?
That's what I think. The amount you give to a song, that's how long it will last. I think. Everyone does the programming, everyone writes the words, everyone makes the thing. But the thing is, how much you give, how much of heart you give to the lyrics, or to the music, or to the melody, or to the singing. That's how long the song will last, is what I genuinely feel. If you don't give that love, you're not going to get it back. It's just a simple debit and credit procedure, I think, with the audience. I genuinely feel I don't have any special skill. I don't know any scale or anything else. It's just that I enjoy that process a lot. Give me an evening to just go for a film party or something, I'll skip it. But you give me like a struggling musician to go who has a great tune, some new guys, chill all night with them. I can do that. I can just sit there, make music and stuff like that. We just did that recently. Fahim came down. He just surprised us, and we met in my Bandra office, and Han was there, Aneet was there, and he made me hear his other songs and stuff like that. But it was it's so much fun, because I just think making music, film, you still get to see something. Yeah. I think music is so amazing. You
don't need to see anything.
It's in the air, and suddenly it just comes together, and it's just, you can just feel it. And something you hear makes you feel something. It's just magical. Yeah.
The markets move fast.
And so should your portfolio. Expert insights, real-time stock picks.
Do I buy Ola?
Should I
hold
CDSL for the long term? Buy, sell or hold.
The answers you need, straight from the experts.
Callers from India and across the world. Connect live, ask, decide and invest wisely.
Your portfolio, your future. Ask Profit.
Rajasthan is history, culture, and much more. And I have been reporting on all things royal for more than 25 years.
The colors, the culture, and the complexities of the Northeast is different from the rest of the country. I have been bringing the Northeast closer to the capital for over 15 years. Madhya Pradesh is the heart of India, and I have been capturing its every beat for over 10 years, covering the corridors of power, what is said, what is left unsaid, and what it actually means for you and me. I have it all covered.
Kashmir is often called paradise on earth, a region that has been in a state of flux from conflict to India's crowning glory. I have been reporting and decoding Jammu and Kashmir for last 3 decades.
NDTV 24/7 is India's #1 English news channel on YouTube. Credible, compelling, always ahead of the curve. Thank you for choosing NDTV 24/7 as your trusted source for news.
Welcome back. In a significant development in the Bihar Special Intensive Revision Drive which is going on, the Supreme Court, which was hearing the case yet again, has made some very important observations today. And in the interim order, the court has said those whose names have been struck off the draft list from the draft list of the SIR voter list, they can submit the Aadhaar card to challenge the deletion. Now, earlier the Election Commission had resisted accepting Aadhaar, arguing that while it may be a proof of identity, it is not a valid proof of citizenship. The question was then asked whether this entire exercise is an exercise for electoral rolls or citizenship. Now, the court, in fact, has said that it is unclear if Aadhaar will be eligible document for special intensive revision of voters, but at least at this moment, they can file their claim even using the Aadhaar, as one of the documents. In its interim order, the bench of Justice Suryakant and Abachi, in fact, has said that the poll body to make public the list of 65 lakh names which have been struck off from the SIR, after the SIR exercise, along with the reasons of their deletion. These lists, the court said, must be through ads in newspapers and can also, people can approach the poll body for correction. So it should be available to all. Now, this is going to be a very, very important thing because the court has said you have to broadcast the reasons extensively. If I am not, you have to tell me why I am not on this list. Remember, this has been of the very important arguments as far as the petitioners are concerned. The petitioners are also saying that there is hardly any time now for the revision, for people to go into appeal 1, appeal 2, before the entire roll is finalized before the elections which are expected in November. Let's listen in to Manoj Jha, RJD Member of Parliament of the Rajya Sabha, who is also one of the petitioners.
2 दफा माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय ने आधार को लेकर के ईपीआईसी को लेकर के दिशा निर्देश दिए। दोनों ही बार उसको अमली जामा नहीं पहनाया गया। आज बेहद खुशी की बात है कि आज बाकायदा इसको एम्फसाइज करके और जो चुनाव आयोग के भी वकील थे उनके कंसेंट से ये तय पाया गया है अलग अलग जो 65 लाख डिलीशन है उनका वर्गीकृत डेटा डेथ के कारण इतने लोग हटाए गए, शिफ्टेड में इतने लोग हैं या मतलब डुप्लीकेशन में इतने लोग हैं, माइग्रेटेड, वो पूरा वर्गी, यही चीज मैं समझता हूं कि कोर्ट में हम कह रहे थे, यही बात मैं समझता हूं सदन में हम बोलना चाह रहे हैं। आज का दिन मैं मानता हूं, जैसा मैंने पहले कहा, कि इस किताब की जीत है।
All right, let me go across at this moment to Mr. Yogendra Yadav, one of the petitioners. In fact, the court yesterday, Mr. Yadav presented himself. The court appreciated the which Mr. Yadav presented the arguments against this whole exercise and said whether we accept your arguments or not. But thank you for putting this for us, Mr. Yadav. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Let me begin by asking you, sir, what of the interim order? Is it half victory, half loss? How do you see this?
I don't see it as any loss either for us or for Election Commission. Ideally, Election Commission will be happy that the voters of India benefit. If neutral umpires, if the Election Commission should be mighty pleased today, which they were not. If it is a loss, it is a loss for those in the media who were misreporting the Supreme Court hearing for the last 2 days. You are a journalist. You would remember what the media has been saying for the last 2 days. Supreme Court is fully with the Election Commission. Supreme Court has disregarded Aadhaar. Supreme Court says, all is well. So if there is any defeat, it is a defeat for, allow me to say, Godi media. Now, the significance, the real significance, this is an interim order. And it is interim order part 1, because interim order part 2 may come on Friday next week. So just for the benefit of our viewers, this is a very large case, and the Supreme Court is nowhere close to giving the final order.
Yes.
But before the Supreme Court gives a final order, there is some interim relief given. Supreme Court said today that, okay, even the interim will break into first, which concerns the 65 lakh people whose names have been dropped. Second, which they will take up next week. The court assured Prashant Bhushan today, we are definitely going to take it up next week, which is of the remaining, the anomaly 7.24 crore people who are on the rolls.
Right.
So it is interim relief part 1. In that sense, it is very limited.
Okay.
But the indications are very, very important. The first indication is Supreme Court insists on transparency. What were we demanding? We were saying, for the last 2 weeks, have thrown 65 lakh people out of the voters list. You say the reasons are very valid. All right, just give us names and give us which name has been deleted for which reason.
Yes.
You are telling us 22 lakh this people have been deleted because they are dead. We were simply saying, please give us the names so that we can check, their families can check. Supreme Court, Election Commission wouldn't do that. Today, after 45 minutes of dragging their feet,
right,
the Election Commission was forced to do that. So that's a transparency. Second major decision of the Supreme Court today is that Aadhaar will be allowed, because they are giving this judgment only for 65 lakhs. They said these 65 lakh would be able to approach with Aadhaar. But clearly, as you know, it cannot be that Aadhaar is relevant only for those 65 lakh and not for the 7.24. The intent of the court was quite clear. So I would say for all practical purposes, the list of 11 has been expanded to include Aadhaar, which is a very major step forward.
Okay, but sir, like you said, what we have been reporting here on NDTV, and that is why we wanted you to come. Our endeavor is only to listen and understand the facts. That is what we have been trying to do. Let me understand very quickly from you. You are saying that for these 65 lakh, the interim order says that you can, go and use Aadhaar to try and rectify the problem if anybody is among those 65 lakh voters. Does that mean that Aadhaar has been accepted as the 11th document? Because that is something that the Election Commission says has not happened. It is only for these 65 lakh people that it can be used.
So let me clarify. Technically, as I just said a few seconds ago, technically the entire order today pertains only to the 65 lakh people. So clearly, the Aadhaar order is also about those 65 lakh people. But before that order was passed, there was a detailed discussion in the court. And court clearly point blank asked them, if there is someone who does not have any of these 11 documents and has Aadhaar, can that person not file claim and objection? And the Supreme Court then finally said they must be allowed that way. So the reasoning is general. The order today is only specific. And I cannot imagine how the Supreme Court might say next week that what we said about, because the clear discussion was someone who does not have any of these 11 but has Aadhaar, can that person approach? The answer today was yes. Next week, the answer cannot possibly be no.
Sir, thank you so much for this clarification, because this is something that has been in the discussion. I'm sorry, I wanted to get a little more details with you on this, but I have to shift to a breaking news at this moment. Thank you so much, Mr. Yogendra Yadav, for this clarification on this very important story. So the Supreme Court has made it very, very clear, as Mr. Yadav was saying, 65 lakh people can file objections and revision using Aadhaar. Now we will have to wait and see what happens to the other half, the other 7.5 crore voters of Bihar, whether they would also have this opportunity to use Aadhaar or not. All right. With that, we're slipping into a very short break. We're coming back with much more. Stay tuned.
एक जरा इंतजार सुन सदाएं दे रही है मंजिल प्यार की। जय जवान जय हिंद जय हिंद।
हेलो बोलिए मैडम, डब्बा ट्रेडिंग कब से चल रहा है पता है मैडम आपको? हम और आप तो जन्म भी नहीं हुआ था हमारा।
We investigated a shady advisory firm that has spent big bucks on advertising on the front pages of national dailies.
ये आपको बिल्कुल उसका ऐसे हल्का सा भी खौफ नहीं है।
मैडम एक बार को खौफ किस लिए रखना चाहिए तो बताओ, कौन सा गलत काम कर रहा हूँ मैं?
After our report, we also saw NSE came out with a cautionary circular to the investors. Market Regulator Securities and Exchange Board of India has also come out with a release talking about the actions that it has taken. Cyber complaint has also been filed against the entities involved in this entire Dabba trading scam.
You know, first when Sayara released and we as audience realized, oh my God, what is happening? You know, when did you realize it? Like, it's like I didn't expect this. What is happening? Like that wave that hits you.
You know, the first thing that really hit me, I'm telling you, was a month back actually, to be honest, is when Adi sir saw the film. And he saw a very loose cut and he decided the release date. But he was always, like me and Akshay were so into making the film, I think, along with Sumanna and all. Sometimes when you're so into it and you don't realize, you don't see it from, and then he saw it from a third person perspective. I mean, he was always super confident about the film. And he had actually had this talk with me about how I've done. And yeah, we all grew up. I was in the 8th grade when I saw Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge and said I want to make a love story like this. For a person like him to say that, you've made a great film. All he had asked for me was to make your best film for me. And I did, and I'm just glad so that was the first thing, and that validation was great. I wasn't shouting over the roof for it. It gives you a lot of confidence at that moment,
Absolutely.
for the person who's actually put his money where it is, and he wasn't talking about anything else, but on a very unassembled film at that time, could feel the emotion and be listening. But it was the first time we felt that we made something special. But yes, once the numbers came in, I think then it was Akshay.
The advance.
Yeah, and the advances came in, and then people were sending me messages, and all they said, no, don't listen to anyone. So I at one point just put my phone off and said, this is getting too out of hand. And then in the night we got the number.
Vanakkam Tamil Nadu. Well, the battle for Tamil Nadu 2026 is open now. After Chief Minister Stalin rolls up his sleeves and Vijay steps in as a star challenger.
This is a mass gathering, not for cash.
Meanwhile, a former Chief Minister, Edappadi Palanisamy, begins his fight back.
The big comeback campaign by EPS has well and truly begun.
These are all the ultimate players, and this is going to be the ultimate test.
Is your business future ready? Join the 13-week strategic ESG certification program for business sustainability and growth for CXO and business leaders by NDTV, Terry, and Zenora. Master global ESG frameworks, gain real-world tools, and lead with impact. Starts August the 23rd. Enroll now and power your business with sustainability.
Massive cloudburst in Jammu and Kashmir's Kishtwar, 32 dead. Prime Minister takes stock of the situation. Tree falls on a citizen during rain, 1 dead, 2 injured in the Delhi rain tragedy. Political blame game over the Delhi rain mess. After bail cancellation, Darshan arrested. Supreme Court says no one is above the law. Supreme Court passes interim order on SIR, accepts Aadhaar as ID proof, says must display reason for non-inclusion.
Presented by Canara Bank. Together we can.
For all our claims of developments, the money that we pay as our taxes literally washes down with just one rain. And Delhi today was an example, a shameful example of, from the national capital, a life just lost, ended in the most tragic manner. This man was taking his daughter to her school for a sports practice. In Kalkaji, the tree fell, and in the most tragic fashion, these visuals which have been caught on CCTV camera, his life was ended. Who's responsible for this? Can the authorities just keep passing the buck, playing football as far as the responsibility is concerned, while you and I, the citizens of this country, suffer? Isn't this the basic that we can expect, that at least on the roads of our cities, whether it's rain or snow or anything else, the authorities will make sure that we will be able to reach our places, our homes, our places of work safely. These are terrifying visuals which have come from the heart of the national capital. A biker dies after the tree fell on him, and what the netas are doing, they are bickering, excuses are being made. This is our capital, in which Delhi is under deluge and the dance of death is taking place. And the question that we are asking here on NDTV, who is responsible? Will somebody get up and say that Sudhir Singh, I am sorry you died, it is my responsibility and I will pay the price? Sudhir Singh leaves behind his wife and 3 children. Now imagine what face as citizens, as this government should go and face them.
दिल्ली के कालकाजी में आज बेहद दुखद घटना घटी जब बरसात में एक पेड़ गिरा और उसकी जद में बाइक पर जा रहे पिता और बेटी आ गए और उसमें पिता की मौत हो गई। बेटी की हालत जो है नाजुक है और इस वक्त हम पता करते करते इस इलाके में पहुंचे हैं। तुगलकाबाद का बाजार मोहल्ला इलाका है और यहाँ पर ही जो है सुधीर सिंह जिनकी मौत हुई है वो यहाँ पर रहते थे। एक छोटे से 1 कमरे का किराए के मकान पे वो रहते थे और जो स्थानीय लोग जो हैं वो यहाँ पे जो आसपास जो पड़ोस में रहते हैं उनसे बात करते हैं और परिवार के बारे में जानते हैं। आप उनके पड़ोसी हैं, ये बताइए सबसे पहले कब पता चला कि ये घटना घटी है और उनकी मौत हो गई है?
हमें तो 1 बजे के लगभग पता चला क्योंकि फ़ोन आया तो बोला कि ना सबसे पहले आया पुलिस वाले का कि आपकी गाड़ी ना जब्त है तो आके ले लीजिए। और फिर
उनके बेटे को फ़ोन आया?
हाँ, क्योंकि उन्हीं के नाम पे था, शायद करवाया था उन्होंने, तो उनके बेटे का फ़ोन आया कि आपकी जो गाड़ी है वो ले लीजिए आके।
बता रहे हैं कि वो बीमार थे और वो जा रहे थे दवाई वगैरह लेने जिस दौरान ये हुआ?
हाँ, खांसी थी उनको थोड़ी सी, तो वही हाँ खांसी थी तो वही दिखवाने ले गए थे कि खांसी वासी है, थोड़ा देख के दिखवा के लाता हूँ। और बेटी साथ में गई थी क्योंकि वो ऑफिस जा रही थी ना।
क्या काम करती हैं बेटी?
वही गेम खिलवाती है बच्चों को
स्कूल में?
हाँ, गेम खिलवाती है बच्चों को स्कूल में।
अच्छा, और जो दूसरी बेटी हैं, बड़ी बेटी?
वो कुछ नहीं करती हैं, वो घर पे ही रहती हैं, वो मतलब घर का काम वाम करते हैं।
और बेटा क्या करता है?
बेटा पढ़ाई कर रहा है, अभी छोटा है ना वो। अच्छा। तो अभी 12th, अभी जस्ट उसने 12th पास किया है।
अच्छा। और वाइफ भी कुछ करती हैं क्या?
नहीं, वाइफ कुछ नहीं करती है, वाइफ हाउस वाइफ है।
अच्छा। यहाँ ये बताइए कितने सालों से वो लोग यहाँ पर, क्योंकि 1 कमरे का ही मकान है, एक बार हम दिखाते हैं, अश्विनी हमारे कैमरा पर्सन दिखाएंगे। ये आप देख रहे हैं पर्दा जो लगा हुआ है सामने, अभी फ़िलहाल ये दरवाज़ा बंद है, घर लॉक्ड है क्योंकि परिवार के लोग अस्पताल पहुँचे हुए हैं, उनका परिवार सुधीर सिंह जी का। और आप देख सकते हैं पूरा आसपास का जो इलाका है और जो पड़ोसी हैं वो बता रहे हैं वो ड्यूटी करते थे, छोटा मोटा कोई काम करते हैं, ज़्यादा उनकी कोई वेतन नहीं है, सैलरी नहीं है। यहाँ आप रहते हैं, उनके पड़ोसी हैं, 1 कमरे के घर में वो किराए पे कब से रह रहे थे?
30 साल हो गए।
30 साल से पड़ोसी हैं।
हाँ।
Thank you for joining us here on broadcast NDTV, Atishi. Let me begin by asking you again, former Chief Minister of Delhi, Kalkaji is your constituency. A very tragic incident. This life should not have ended the way it has. He was going with his daughter, dropping her to her school, and this tree fell and he died. An absolutely, useless, needless way to say that nobody should have, had this fate that this man had. And at this moment, the question is, who's responsible for the shambles that the capital is in at this moment?
He has fallen is because of the waterlogging on that road.
Go ahead,
For
go ahead.
the last
I can hear you. Go ahead.
6 months, repeatedly, we have written to the government and asked them to ensure that the proper desilting happens. This government has been claiming that they have cleared all the desilting, they have cleaned all the drains. Hundreds of crores of rupees have been spent in the name of monsoon preparation. And it is very clear from what has happened in the last several rains that there is absolutely no preparation. It is also very clear that all the hundreds of crores seem to have gone into the pockets of the BJP leaders. Otherwise, what are we seeing? Every part of Delhi is waterlogged. North to south, east to west, everything is waterlogged. And all underpasses are waterlogged on the way to the airport, be it the Dwarka underpass, be it the Pragati Maidan underpass. All posh parts of Delhi, so-called posh colonies, are also completely waterlogged. Where are these hundreds of crores rupees gone? And not just this, it is also criminal negligence because today, with the death of this gentleman who is being crushed to death under this tree,
yes,
the death toll in this monsoon has gone up to 20. 20 people have died because of these rains. Who is responsible? Our demand is that the PWD minister, Mr. Pravesh Sahib Singh Verma, must resign immediately, or the Chief Minister Rekha Gupta must immediately dismiss him from the cabinet for this criminal negligence.
You know, the BJP will reply and say that it's just been almost 5 months that they have been in power. 11 years of the Aam Aadmi Party government, and this is what their ministers, in fact, are coming out and saying, give us more time. 11 years, nothing happened under the Aam Aadmi Party government, and that is why Delhi is facing the fate that it is.
But Ankit, waterlogging was never this bad. This monsoon has seen waterlogging in parts of this city that had never experienced this problem before. The number of areas which are waterlogged, the number of times they are waterlogged, the time period for which they remain waterlogged, everything has increased exponentially. I want to know what has happened to the hundreds of crores that have been spent by the Delhi government in the name of preparing for the monsoons, in the name of desilting of all the drains.
Okay.
Mr. Pravesh Verma is the PWD minister. Mr. Pravesh Verma is the irrigation and flood control minister. He is responsible for ensuring there is no water logging on the streets of Delhi. With this water logging in the past 1 month, 20 people have lost their lives.
Okay.
Does someone not have to take responsibility for it?
Can I also ask you, because you are also the MLA of the Kalkaji constituency where this incident took place, have you or your team, did you flag some of these discrepancies in your constituency? Because it's a huge tree that fell today. I don't know, the reasons will have to be looked into, whether it was the MCD not pruning it properly, whether it was concretization around this tree. All those things will have to be looked into possibly in an investigation. But being the MLA of the area, did you flag up some of these issues to the government?
Ankit, if you were to look at the video, if you have seen the CCTV footage of the crashing of that tree, you can see that water is accumulated all around that tree, and water was accumulated for a very long period of time. And it is that water logging that has basically weakened the hold the tree had in the soil, and the tree has fallen over. Repeatedly, as the MLA of the constituency, I have been asking the department, I have been writing to the minister, to the chief minister, asking them to ensure that proper desilting of drains happens. But clearly when it rains, the question still remains, where are these hundreds of crores of rupees gone that have been spent in the name of monsoon preparedness, and why? Why is no one taking responsibilities for 20 deaths that have happened in the past 1 month since the monsoon has hit Delhi?
Okay, my last...
And where are the chief minister and the PWD minister?
Okay, let me conclude.
Last week on Raksha Bandhan,
yes,
in the Badarpur constituency, because of waterlogging, a wall fell, I think 10 people died. The minister or the chief minister did not even go there to express their condolences, to meet the family, to go see the ground situation. Today, when there has been a death in Kalkaji, there is no sign on the roads of the chief minister or the PWD minister. The whole of Delhi is reeling under water logging.
Okay.
And the people responsible, the chief minister, the PWD minister, they are all locked inside their houses and do not even have the courage to step out and evaluate the situation.
All right, Atishi, thank you so much for speaking to us. The question remains, who is responsible? Let me at this moment go across to Mr. Yogendra Chandolia, Member of Parliament from the Northwest constituency of the Delhi, from the Bharatiya Janata Party, from the national capital. Mr. Chandolia, thank you so much for speaking to us. बहुत-बहुत शुक्रिया सर. सबसे पहले मैं आपसे यही पूछना चाहूँगा, दिल्ली के सांसद हैं आप. आज सुबह जो दिल्ली के अंदर घटना हुई और जो दिल्ली में हालात थे, क्या देश की राजधानी के लिए ये शर्मनाक बात नहीं है?
मैं आपकी बात से सहमत हूं कि आज दिल्ली में जो बारिश हुई है, ये जो इतनी तेज बारिश हुई है, उसको पानी निकलने के लिए समय चाहिए. अब आरोप प्रत्यारोप तो जिस सरकार ने 11 साल में कुछ नहीं किया, उसे तो हमारे से कम 1 वर्ष का समय तो उस सरकार को हमारे से कुछ पूछना नहीं चाहिए। मैं आपको उसका उदाहरण देकर बताता हूं। जब लोकसभा के चुनाव में राजीव गांधी जी को 400 से ऊपर सीटें आई थी, तब हमारे देश के पूर्व उप प्रधानमंत्री आडवाणी जी ने कहा था कि हम राजीव गांधी जी का 1 साल हम वॉच करेंगे कि इनकी काम करने का तरीका क्या है। अभी 6 महीने के अंदर, चुनाव के 1 महीने बाद ही मैडम आतिशी, जिसने कुछ नहीं किया, सौरभ भारद्वाज, उन्होंने कुछ नहीं किया और वो प्रश्न करने लग गए, उनको कमियां नजर आने लगी। तो अगर वो अपने समय में ये कर लेते तो ये शायद सत्ता उनके पास रहती। सत्ता से बेदखल होने के बाद उनको थोड़ी दिल्ली की चिंता ज्यादा हो रही है। मैं मानता हूं कि अपोजिशन को चिंता होनी चाहिए और सत्ता पक्ष को उससे ज्यादा चिंता होनी चाहिए। आज सुबह भी दिल्ली की मुख्यमंत्री ने अपने मंत्रियों के साथ बैठकर सारे अधिकारियों को बुलाकर जहां जहां वाटर लॉगिंग हुई है और जिस अधिकारी की जिम्मेदारी है, हमने अधिकारी रिस्पॉन्सिबल किए हैं कि जहां वाटर लॉगिंग होती है वहां अधिकारी से जवाब मांगा जाएगा। और उस पर बारिश इतनी तेजी से दिल्ली के अंदर बारिश हो रही है तो उसको एकदम लोगों को ये लगे कि पानी एकदम नाले और नालियां खींच ले सर, थोड़ा उसमें समय तो लगेगा सर, लेकिन समय तो मिलना चाहिए।
लेकिन मैं आपसे सवाल जरूर पूछना चाहता हूं। कालका जी में आज एक व्यक्ति की मृत्यु हो गई, किसी को भी इस तरीके से नहीं जाना चाहिए। अपने काम पे जा रहे थे और उनके ऊपर पेड़ गिर गया, उनकी मृत्यु हो गई। किसी की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है या नहीं? दिल्ली सरकार, पुरानी सरकार ने काम नहीं करा, आपको मौका मिला, अभी भी आप उन्हीं के ऊपर डालते रहेंगे या कोई जिम्मेदारी भी लेगा इसकी?
जो दुर्घटना बता रहे हैं, बड़ी दुर्घटना, बड़ी दुखद है और किसी की भी जान ऐसे हादसों में नहीं जानी चाहिए। सरकार को उसमें सजग रहना चाहिए। अभी जहां तक पेड़ों की बात कर रहे हैं, जब भी तेज आंधी बारिश आती है पेड़ गिरते हैं, इसके लिए दिल्ली सरकार ने एक एसओपी बनाई है और अगर उस एसओपी पर सेंट्रल जोन या साउथ जोन पड़ता है, ऐसे मैं उन अधिकारियों को कहना चाहता हूं कि जो पेड़ बहुत हैवी हैं उनको एसओपी के तहत उनको तुरंत जो है उनकी बड़ी कटाई छटाई होनी चाहिए। और नहीं तो ये आंधी में पेड़ गिरते हैं, इसमें जो भी संबंधित लापरवाही जिस व्यक्ति के द्वारा या जिस विभाग के द्वारा की गई है उसकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी फिक्स करनी चाहिए और इस प्रकार का दूसरा हादसा ना हो।
लेकिन सवाल तो इसी बात पे उठता है ना चंदोलिया जी, सवाल तो इसी बात पे उठता है। आप कह रहे हैं एसओपी फॉलो होनी चाहिए थी, एसओपी पहले फॉलो होनी चाहिए थी, ये जो चीजें थी ये सरकार को पहले देखनी चाहिए थी। अब एक जान चली गई तो अब कह रहे हैं कि एसओपी पहले फॉलो होनी चाहिए थी।
देखिए पेड़ मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं, आंधी भी नहीं थी सर, कि आंधी नहीं है, ये बात ठीक है। बारिश के अंदर जब पेड़ हैवी है और जड़ें खोखली हो गई तो इसलिए गिर गया होगा। लेकिन उसके बाद हमारी सरकार ने, पर्यावरण मंत्री ने एक एसओपी बनाई है और उस पर काम चल रहा है। इन अधिकारियों को, जो भी हमारा नगर निगम का जोन पड़ता है या पीडब्ल्यूडी की सड़क है, तो उन अधिकारियों को इस बात का सबक लेते हुए आगे घटना ना हो, अभी 24 घंटे में जो जो पेड़ खतरनाक हैं उनके बारे में तुरंत कार्रवाई करनी चाहिए, ऐसा मेरा कहना है।
सर कार्रवाई तो होगी, लेकिन सौरभ भारद्वाज जो पूर्व मंत्री हैं वो कह रहे हैं कि घोटाले का आरोप लगा रहे हैं बीजेपी पे। कह रहे हैं कि डिसिल्टिंग के जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट थर्ड पार्टी को दिए गए, हाईकोर्ट के कहने के बाद भी उसमें आप लोग ऑडिट नहीं करा रहे हैं। वो कह रहे हैं कि घोटाला किया है डिसिल्टिंग में बीजेपी ने।
देखिए सौरभ भारद्वाज, जिनकी सरकार ने कोई ऑडिट नहीं कराया, और मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं कि बिल्कुल ऑडिट होना चाहिए, दूध का दूध और पानी का पानी होना चाहिए। सौरभ भारद्वाज जी जल बोर्ड के चेयरमैन थे, ऑडिट हुआ क्या? आज सीएजी ने कितनी ऑडिट रिपोर्ट अब आ रही है। मतलब ऑडिट की बात अगर आम आदमी पार्टी के लोग करेंगे तो ये देश का, दिल्ली का दुर्भाग्य है। अगर हमारा जो काम थर्ड पार्टी से क्या, उसकी जांच होनी चाहिए। अगर कोई भी दोषी व्यक्ति, उसने डिसिल्टिंग नहीं की और उसकी पेमेंट अभी तो हुई नहीं होगी, मैं दावे के साथ कह सकता हूं अभी पेमेंट हुई नहीं है, क्योंकि हमने कभी नहीं कहा कि 100% नालों की सफाई हो गई है। 100% नालों की, ड्रेन की सफाई होने के बाद पेमेंट होती है, पार्ट पेमेंट हो सकती है। और वो जो आरोप लगा रहे हैं वो खुद अपना आप देखें कि उनके समय में किसी भी, चाहे जल बोर्ड हो, चाहे डूसीब हो, चाहे किसी भी चीज का कोई ऑडिट उनकी सरकार ने नहीं कराया। उनको आरोप लगाने से पहले अपनी गरिबान में झांकना चाहिए सौरभ भारद्वाज।
तो आपको तो थोड़ा अलग एग्जाम्पल पेश करना पड़ेगा ना सर, अगर उन्होंने लगाया। अरविंद केजरीवाल ने आज ट्वीट करके कहा है कि 4 महीने में देखिए दिल्ली की क्या हालत कर दी है, कि सारी जगह पानी पानी हो रखा है, लोगों की जान जा रही है।
केजरीवाल साहब जो कह रहे हैं कारण अरविंद केजरीवाल ही हैं। उनको स्वयं अपने गले में झांकना होगा, गिरबान में झांकना होगा कि किस प्रकार 11 साल से दिल्ली की जनता के साथ उन्होंने घोर अन्याय किया है। लोगों को पीने का पानी नहीं दिया समझ उन्होंने। कौन सा ऐसा डिपार्टमेंट था जिसमें घोटाला ना हुआ हो? कोई एक डिपार्टमेंट बता दें। अरे हमें 6 महीने भी 20 अगस्त को होंगे और मैं आपको फिर आपके चैनल के माध्यम से कह रहा हूं, जिस दिन 1 साल हो जाएगा उसके बाद अरविंद केजरीवाल जी किसी भी डिबेट में आ जाएं, सौरभ भारद्वाज जी आ जाएं, हम दिल्ली को 11 वर्षों का जो इन्होंने दिल्ली का सर्वनाश किया था वो 11 महीनों में ही उम्मीद करें, ये नामुमकिन है।
चलिए, वो तो बीजेपी और आम आदमी पार्टी की राजनीति है, किसने क्या काम किया था वो जनता बाद में तय करेगी। लेकिन अभी क्या कम से कम, क्योंकि आप भारतीय जनता पार्टी से हैं, केंद्र में सरकार बीजेपी की है, राज्य में सरकार बीजेपी की है, एमसीडी बीजेपी के हाथ में है, क्या कम से कम ये उम्मीद लगाई जा सकती है कि ये दोबारा इस तरह की घटना नहीं होगी और जो व्यक्ति आज मारा गया उसके लिए सरकार कुछ करेगी?
मुझे लगता है कि दिल्ली की मुख्यमंत्री इस पर जरूर संज्ञान लेंगी और ये दुर्घटना बहुत ही दुखद है और ऐसी दोबारा दुर्घटना ना हो। संबंधित जो भी जिस भी सड़क पर, चाहे पीडब्ल्यूडी की है, कॉरपोरेशन की है, तो उन सड़कों के ऊपर इस प्रकार से जो घने पेड़ है या किसी प्रकार का डिसिल्टिंग नहीं हुई है, उसको तुरंत अधिकारियों को मुझे लगता है कि काम पर आ जाना चाहिए और ये इस घटना के बाद सरकार को भी सबक लेना चाहिए कि कहीं अगर कोताही किसी की है उसको बख्शा नहीं जाना चाहिए।
Sir, accountability बहुत ज़रूरी है, and we are hoping that your government will rise above the politics and also fix accountability and ensure that nobody dies in this fashion on the streets of Delhi. This is not why we pay our taxes. Thank you so much, Mr. Chandolia, for joining us on the broadcast. That's all the time that I have on this edition. But ladies and gentlemen, be rest assured, we'll keep raising issues that matter to you and we'll keep asking the questions that brings accountability in the system. That's all the time that I have in this edition. Nationwide at 6 will continue tomorrow. I'll see you same time, same place.
Hello, Moto.
Moto G96 5G. All eyes on you.
That's huge. That is a biggie. It's on.
गोल्ड प्लस क्लियर ग्लास, पार हो या नियर, सब कुछ दिखे क्लियर।
जय जवान जो मैंने शुरू किया था ये एक्चुअली, मैं दोबारा आया हूँ आप लोग से मिलने के लिए। मुझे बड़ी खुशी है आप देख रहे हैं यूट्यूब पे मेरी फिल्म। वाह क्या बात है, क्या बात है। देखिए जय जवान मेरे साथ 15 अगस्त को सिर्फ एनडीटीवी पर। जय जवान, जय जवान, जय हिंद, जय हिंद।
If it matters to you, if it matters to you, if it matters to you, it matters to India, it matters to India, and it matters to me, and it matters to me.
India Matters with Shivaru, only on NDTV 24/7.
The markets move fast.
And so should your portfolio. Expert insights, real-time stock picks.
Do I buy Ola?
Should I
or
hold
CDSL
for the long term? Buy, sell or hold.
The answers you need, straight from the experts.
Callers from India and across the world. Connect live, ask, decide and invest wisely.
Your portfolio, your future. Ask Profit.
NDTV 24/7 is India's #1 English news channel on YouTube. Credible, compelling, always ahead of the curve. Thank you for choosing NDTV 24/7 as your trusted source for news.
Rajasthan is history, culture, and much more. And I have been reporting on all things royal for more than 25 years.
The colors, the culture, and the complexities of the Northeast is different from the rest of the country. I have been bringing the Northeast closer to the capital for over 15 years.
Madhya Pradesh is the heart of India, and I have been capturing its every beat for over 10 years, covering the corridors of power, what is said, what is left unsaid, and what it actually means for you and me. I have it all covered.
Kashmir is often called paradise on earth, a region that has been in a state of flux from conflict to India's crowning glory. I have been reporting and decoding Jammu and Kashmir for last 3 decades.
And you know, that's why it's being said that after Kahuna Pyare,
Yeah.
this is the film that has got 2 superstar debutants who are becoming superstars. But what was this faith that you had on these two that you know, that shows on screen?
You know, you don't plan to make a blockbuster. You plan to make a good film. And that's what I think they never let me, you know, they didn't put that pressure on me to live up to. They never gave me a number that we have to hit or a so-called figure that I have to open to. There was all these trappings were just not there, which normally producers do end up putting that pressure. You know, then you make wrong things. Then you add a song for a shadi song, add a Punjabi song. All these trappings were not there in this film. They were like, just go there and make your film. Do this script. We love this script and make it honestly. And I think the minute that happened, a filmmaker I could just spread my wings and just go out, not worrying about a few. I think when you do that, you get a little more fearless, and then that's what got picked up by people. So I cast appropriate for the film. I didn't cast thinking. I cast what felt right.
You were saying that you are going to say no to him.
Yeah. But that's his fault. Huh? He was now you see, now that we can talk about the film, Krish Kapoor cannot be a timid, sweet boy.
Yes,
sir, how are you, sir?
Last time we spoke.
Yeah, and I was like, what is this guy? He was a sweet boy. And then then by the end of the night, I could see the boisterous self, and I could see the Krish Kapoor.
Hello and welcome to the Southern View. All the biggies with Vasudha and me over the next hour. Namaskaram, Namaskara, Baunara, Ingla.
Welcome, Bira, and Namaskar to all. The President is expected to speak in just a few minutes. Our big news focus this evening is on the Supreme Court's stern order cancelling actor Darshan's bail and also his subsequent arrest.
We'll also focus on the big release today, but first the headlines, starting with another bit of versus government confrontation in Tamil Nadu.
Massive cloudburst in Jammu and Kashmir district claiming 32 lives. The inundation hit the Padar area of Jammu district along with the route of Machari Matra Yatra, and there's a massive rescue operations that's underway now.
Supreme Court rules that those whose names have been struck off Bihar voter list can submit their Aadhaar cards to change this deletion, tells ECI to publish names of all deleted voters.
Operation Sindoor going to be the highlight of India's Independence Day celebrations. Top gallantry awards for Sindoor heroes.
Breaking news coming in from Tamil Nadu. Governor R.N. Ravi's Independence Day speech has sparked off a sharp exchange with the state government after he pointed to 4 key challenges for the state, including falling standards of government schools, Vasudha.
Yes, Veera, he has also flagged rising synthetic drug abuse in the states as suicide rate in Tamil Nadu is double the national average. And he has also said that sexual offences are on the rise. The DMK has now hit back at the governor.
That's right, Vasudha. This is another exchange between the governor and the government, and of course the governor's Independence Day speech pointing to certain huge issues, as he says it is in the state government. The state, of course, saying NCRB data says a different story, Vasudha. This will lead to another big political ugly exchange on Independence Day in that state.
That's right, Veera. Federalism has been amongst the spotlights of the DMK's campaign against the BJP, and with elections of Tamil Nadu coming up, the state is headed to elections next year. This issue becomes the latest flashpoint between the BJP and the DMK, with the DMK accusing R.N. Ravi of not just being a governor but being a BJP agent in the state.
That's right, taking the Raj Bhavan into political office is the accusation from the DMK. This is something that we need to keep a close watch of these reactions coming in from the DMK on the governor's Independence Day speech, making those accusations on the state government.
And Veera, it's also important because the elections are
speech.
coming up next year. We'll have to wait and see how the BJP reacts to this, because it doesn't want to get drawn into that federalism debate yet again, because that has proved to be quite costly for the BJP, politically contentious for the BJP. So it's important to understand how the BJP very cautiously reacts to this controversy.
That's right. But remember, the governor versus the government battle, Vasudha, has been playing out for a while now in Tamil Nadu. Expect more political acrimony in that state between the Raj Bhavan and the state secretariat, basically, given that bills have been pending. Remember, only yesterday there was a case of a PhD scholar who refused to receive her degree from the governor, instead took it from the vice chancellor. She was the wife of a DMK functionary, Dr. Jean Joseph, yesterday at the Manonmaniam Sundaranar University. So much of this only adding to that confrontation between the Raj Bhavan and the state government there. Expect a very sharp response, as has already come from the DMK to the governor's Independence Day speech. Remember, allies of the DMK, the Congress and the CPI had also boycotted the governor's Independence Day reception at his home. So multiple different events playing out, only adding fuel to that confrontation between Governor R.N. Ravi and the state government, both on ideological grounds as well as some political statements between the two there.
That's right, Veera. Also, this has played out nationally on the level of judiciary as well, because it was the alleged stalling of bills by Governor Ravi in Tamil Nadu that had also led to Supreme Court passing that very important and politically controversial order that there will be set deadlines and timelines for governors. Okay, President Draupadi now.
मेरे प्यारे देशवासियों, नमस्कार। स्वतंत्रता दिवस की पूर्व संध्या पर आप सभी को मैं हार्दिक हम सभी के लिए एक गर्व की बात है कि स्वाधीनता दिवस और गणतंत्र दिवस सभी भारतीय उत्साह और उमंग के साथ मनाते हैं। ये दिवस हमें भारतीय होने के गौरव का विशेष स्मरण कराते हैं। 15 अगस्त की तारीख हमारी सामूहिक स्मृति में गहराई से अंकित है। औपनिवेशिक शासन की लंबी अवधि के दौरान देशवासियों की अनेक पीढ़ियों ने ये सपना देखा था कि एक दिन देश स्वाधीन होगा। देश के हर हिस्से में रहने वाले पुरुष और महिलाएं, बूढ़े और जवान विदेशी शासन की बेड़ियों को तोड़ फेंकने के लिए व्याकुल थे। उनके संघर्ष में निराशा नहीं, अपितु बोलबती आशा का भाव था। आशा का वही भाव स्वतंत्रता के बाद हमारी प्रगति को ऊर्जा देता रहा। कल जो भाव अपने त्रिरंगे को सलामी दे रहे होंगे तो हम उन सभी स्वाधीनता सेनानियों को भी श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करेंगे जिनके बलिदान के बल पर 78 साल पहले 15 अगस्त के दिन भारत ने स्वाधीनता हासिल की थी। अपनी स्वाधीनता का पुनः प्राप्त करने के बाद हम एक ऐसे लोकतंत्र के मार्ग पर आगे बढ़े जिसमें सभी वयस्कों को मतदान का अधिकार था। दूसरे शब्दों में कहे तो हम भारत के लोगों ने अपने नियति को स्वरूप देने का अधिकार स्वयं को अर्पित किया। अनेक लोकतांत्रिक व्यवस्थाओं में जेंडर, रिलीजियन तथा अन्य आधारों पर लोगों के मताधिकार पर पाबंदियां होती थी, परंतु हमने ऐसा नहीं किया। चुनौतियों के बावजूद भारत के लोगों ने लोकतंत्र को सफलतापूर्वक अपनाया। लोकतंत्र को अपनाना हमारी प्राचीन लोकतांत्रिक मूल्यों की सहज अभिव्यक्ति थी। भारत भूमि विश्व के प्राचीनतम गणराज्यों की धरती रही है। इसे लोकतंत्र की जननी कहना सर्वथा उचित है। हमारे द्वारा अपनाए गए संविधान की आधारशिला पर हमारी लोकतंत्र का भवन निर्मित हुआ है। हमने लोकतंत्र पर आधारित ऐसी संस्थाओं का निर्माण किया जिनसे लोकतांत्रिक कार्यशैली को मजबूती मिली। हमारे लिए हमारा संविधान और हमारे लोकतंत्र सर्वोपरि है। अतीत पर दृष्टिपात करते हुए हमें देश के विभाजन से हुई पीड़ा को कदापि नहीं भूलना चाहिए। आज हमने विभाजन विभीषिका स्मृति दिवस मनाया। विभाजन के कारण भयावह हिंसा देखी गई और लाखों लोग विस्थापित होने के लिए मजबूर किए गए। आज हम इतिहास की गलतियों के शिकार हुए लोगों को श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करते हैं। प्यारे देशवासियों, हमारे संविधान में से 4 मूल्यों का उल्लेख है जो हमारे लोकतंत्र को सुदृढ़ रखने वाले 4 स्तंभ है। ये मूल्य है न्याय, स्वतंत्रता और बंधुता। ये हमारी सभ्यता के ऐसे सिद्धांत हैं जिन्हें हमने स्वाधीनता संग्राम के दौरान पुनः जीवंत बनाया। मेरा मानना है कि इन सभी मूल्यों के मूल में गरिमा की अवधारणा विद्यमान है। प्रत्येक व्यक्ति समान है और सभी को ये अधिकार है कि उनके साथ गरिमापूर्ण व्यवहार हो। स्वास्थ्य सेवाओं और शिक्षा सुविधाओं तक सभी की समान पहुंच होने चाहिए। सभी को समान अवसर मिलने चाहिए। जो लोग पारंपरिक व्यवस्था के कारण वंचित रह गए थे, उन्हें मदद की जरूरत थी। इन सिद्धांतों को सर्वोपरि रखते हुए हमने 1947 में एक नई यात्रा शुरू की। विदेशी हुकूमत की लंबी अवधि के बाद स्वाधीनता के समय भारत घोर गरीबी से जूझ रहा था, लेकिन तब से अब तक के 78 वर्षों में हमने सभी क्षेत्रों में असाधारण प्रगति की है।
President of India, Draupadi Murmu, Veera, talking to the country in her address to the nation, making the Constitution the center of her speech, saying that it is dignity and equality that the Constitution promises which holds the country together.
Right, the key focus will be on the Prime Minister's speech tomorrow, Vasudha. But now to the big news focus this evening for the moment. Kannada actor Darshan was arrested by the Bengaluru police after the Apex Court in a stern order cancelled the bail order given to the actor by the Karnataka High Court last December. His friend and partner Pavitra Gowda and 5 other accused in that horrific murder of 32-year-old Renuka Swamy in June 2024 were all out on bail, and all their bail have been cancelled. The High Court bail order, Vasudha, had sparked off sharp reactions from those who were following that case very closely.
That's right, Veera. And the Supreme Court did not mince its words while observing that the High Court's order, Karnataka High Court's order, was perverse, and even pointed out the fact that the court had gone into the merits of the case and virtually acquitted the accused while granting them bail. In fact, it is in its order today cancelling bail for actor Darshan. The Supreme Court categorically held that popularity cannot be a shield for immunity from law and order, and that the actor Darshan in this case had subverted the prison system.
In fact, soon after the order, the actor had gone to meet his wife and son at his residence in Hosakerahalli in Bengaluru, where the police were waiting and arrested him. Darshan has been produced at the trial court and is likely to be sent back to judicial custody. The question is whether it will be back to the high security Ballari jail or another jail, but most likely Ballari jail is what we are being told, Vasudha.
Also, let's not forget, Veera, that there were also several complaints and pictures of Darshan receiving 5-star treatment in the Parampana Agrahara jail, after which he was shifted to the Ballari high security prison. Let's listen in to all reactions before we get in our guests.
Darshan ಅವರ ಬೇಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ರದ್ದಾಗಿದೆ, ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಂತ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇದು ನಮಗೆ ನ್ಯಾಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಒಂದು ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಹೈಕೋರ್ಟ್ನಾಗ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬೇಲ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆತಂಕ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಆದರೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರದವರು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ವಿಶೇಷ ತನಿಖೆ ಅಂತಂದು ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಅಪೀಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ನಮಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಇದಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಅದರಂತೆ ನ್ಯಾಯವಾದಿಗಳ ಒಂದು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳು ಇವತ್ತು ಆ ಬೇಲ್ ರದ್ದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಇಡೀ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿದುಕೊಂಡೆಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಅಪರಾಧಿ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಹೈಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ತಿಳಿಸ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಂಗಾಗಿದೆ. ಇದರಿಂದ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಆಗಬೇಕಂತ
ಕಾನೂನಿಗಿನ್ನ ಈ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೂ ದೊಡ್ಡವರಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ನೆಲದ ಕಾನೂನನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಗೌರವಿಸಬೇಕು, ಎಷ್ಟೇ ದೊಡ್ಡವರಾಗಿರಲಿ ಗೌರವಿಸಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು
Me now is Ramya, actor who has taken on Darshan's fans and had filed a complaint. Ma'am, what's your first reaction to the fact that the Supreme Court has cancelled the bail order and said no VIP treatment to anyone in the courts in India?
It's a relief and it reaffirms your faith in the justice system, no matter how long and hard the process is, that there is light at the end of the tunnel,
Strong order from the Supreme Court finally in terms of the case that you as well.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, I kind of came to a judgment. He came down heavily on the High Court, and also, they made observations about how he was just chilling in jail, and how that leeway was given to him. And I'm glad that, they've gone through it in detail and they've made these observations. And I think it sends out a really strong message, Veer, that, no one is above the law. Everyone's equal. And that, there is justice and it will be served.
Well, the biggest news of the day is law has caught up. However high and mighty Darshan thought he was, while people thought, well, the powerful always get away, this particular order of the Supreme Court has come as a welcome relief to everybody. It has reassured not just the family of Renuka Swamy, because the father there clearly says My faith in the judiciary has been reinforced with this judgment, and that's exactly what it has done to thousands of people who continue to fight against the high and mighty. There are several cases that the common man are dealing with, and they believe today that, well, the courts are there to protect their interests, and if there is injustice that's being done, the court will rectify that. Procedures right now going on. He was formally arrested from the Hoskerehalli, house. That's where his wife and his son were. He visited that particular place, and the police, of course, taking him from there, then to the police station, medical checkups. The formality continues, and producing before the court, and eventually, of course, back in jail. And that is something that many of them wondered, will it ever happen again? Because usually when you have the powerful who are sent to prison and then get out on bail, then that's the end of the story. That means that they're never probably going to go back. But now it has been set right, and the court has, like you said, made some stinging observations about how VIP treatment was given to him. He just didn't have a cup of coffee in his hand. He had a cigarette as well inside the prison, and seated there casually along with his aides as if he had done nothing wrong. But right now, all of that comes to an end. The court will, of course, take a decision which, prison he goes back to. The administration as well can take a call if they want to shift him for whatever reasons they deem fit. But the news of the day, Darshan going back to prison.
Well, joining us this evening is noted activist Brinda Dige. We have Sunil Gupta, former law officer and spokesperson of Tihar Jail, and also with our senior lawyer L. Ravichandar. Thank you all of you for joining us on this broadcast. Brinda, to you first. In many ways, this is a test case, and the Supreme Court's stern order is also a strong message to courts around the country that while granting bail to a high-profile accused, there needs to be checks and balances. What are your comments?
Yes, absolutely. Just like you have mentioned, on the eve of the 78th Independence Day, I think this is a reiteration of confidence of the people of India, not only of Karnataka, that the powerful, the influential, the moneyed, and this person is somebody with a huge fan following, is not above the law. And something that he has done, and forged all kinds of stuff, told lies, and probably even tampered with evidence, and thought that he can get away, the court today says, go back to the jail. And that also is a lesson to jail authorities and others, because they're also complicit in this. If other prisoners and other convicts and other people who are on trial do not get this kind of a treatment there, why is it this treatment given to him? And that is what is the question today, that they will also not be spared.
Absolutely, Brinda. And I think that's a very, very important question. I want to get Sunil Gupta into this. Sir, one of the key concerns is how high-profile people are treated inside jails. We believe it's a reality. Obviously, we wouldn't know what the inside realities are for a fact. That in the jail, a person like Darshan, one part is the bail that was there. But how are they treated in jail? Are they treated like everyone else, or do they always invariably get VIP treatment?
Basically, you see, if somebody is getting favorable treatment in the jail, the superintendent jail is committing the contempt of court. When court has sent someone to the jail, they were to be treated as per the law, that is the jail manual. But if you are giving favorable treatment to someone, that is the contempt of court. That has been had in so many cases in Delhi. But unfortunately,
reality, I know it's contempt of court, but what's the reality?
Yeah, reality is, I have seen in Delhi, I have written a book on this also. Basically, I have seen that whenever mighty, politically influential or moneyed people, they are coming to the jail, they are buying the services, they are buying the facilities. And the prison administration has always failed, not only in Delhi, everywhere I have seen, everywhere the prison administration has failed to stop this favorable treatment to the mighty and influential people.
Mr. Ravichandar, under trials make up around 78% of the prison population in the country, and this is according to NCRB data of 2022. Why is bail so difficult for some people? Why is bail so easy for people like Darshan?
Oh, absolutely.
Why is bail easy for some? You're lucky. Why is it difficult for somebody? Systemic failure. On this whole issue, I think we are focusing largely on the character of the person who's got bail. I don't know him from Adam. I'm not a film buff of Kannada film. But let's look at the language employed by the apex court in this matter. It says, well-founded allegations coupled with forensic evidence reinforce the case of not granting bail. So the Supreme Court, while dealing with a bail petition, is talking about evidence in a criminal case. It's talking about reinforced, coupled with forensic evidence, well-founded allegation. These are findings by the Supreme Court in a matter which has not yet come up for trial, and we are all celebrating the rule of law. What is this populist attempt to say that a man should be in jail? The law in this country.
No, but that's because, Mr. Ravichandran, that's because the High Court went into the merits of the case. The Supreme Court's order comes because the High Court went into the merits of the case, and the Supreme Court in its order also observes, sir, that the High Court had gone virtually acquitted the accused while it was a bail application, which is why the Supreme Court says goes into the merits of the case.
Can I be heard on it? Can I be heard on it? Two negatives don't make a positive. If the Supreme Court was correcting the High Court, how did the Supreme Court make the same error? The Supreme Court said you do not go into evidence at the stage of granting of bail. Then why did the Supreme Court say well-founded allegations coupled with forensic evidence? And they are
because it was refuting the High Court order.
Then they should have said these findings are unfounded. We are removing these findings. Look back at the matter. But that is not what the Supreme Court said. The Supreme Court said we are cancelling bail because the allegations are well-founded. Finished. That means he's done. Now, are you telling me that the Sessions judge is going to survive this sentence from the Supreme Court? Are you telling me that the that a Sessions judge who tries the accused tomorrow will say that there is no forensic evidence in the matter?
You're putting a contrarian point of view
Let's
across.
look at it like this. No. I think the entire episode of the murder is disastrous. No sympathy for somebody who commits murder. But to foreclose, to me, I've always been a bail lawyer. Whoever it is. Now, the Supreme Court said there must, just now I think Miss Brinda said, there must be checks and balances. Correct me, whoever said it. There are too many checks here, very little balance. There are too many balances here, very little checks.
All right, you're making an important point, Mr. Ravichandran. You're going into the nitty-gritties of the order. I want to restrict this discussion, while that calls for a larger debate. I want to restrict this discussion to the question of bail about VIP treatment for who are under trials
the court
in that case. That's the focus of this conversation, Brinda. Do you believe that now, after all this, there will be a change in the way darshan is treated? Or do you believe that it will just be hushed up and it will be done in a secret manner?
This VIP
because for too long, he has been riding the road.
I have no two opinions on that. No two opinions. I think that's a no-brainer. Why should somebody be given VIP treatment?
Go ahead, Brinda. Let Brinda speak.
You may be God.
Brinda, may I please?
Yeah, Brinda, please, yes.
I think now the message is very, very clear. I'm not going to split hair. I do not know the law and how to read all of it, but I'm only trying to say this as an activist on the ground, that the courts will now treat this case seriously. While we know that bail is a right to every person who comes before the court, in this particular case, it is not so much of a right as much as an absolute torture to the family who have lost their son. And here the courts will now treat such cases with a little more thought and a deeper application of mind, saying, irrespective of what your powers are, irrespective of what the fan following that you might have, and some kind of probably political patronage
the sad part about this country is sometimes heroes are such icons that people don't feel this is such a big issue to even talk about. Sunil Gupta, I remember during the Satyendra Jain episode, this Aam Aadmi Party minister, when those videos came out during elections, I remember that there was a committee that was put in place to actually understand what kind of privileges, what kind of discriminatory treatment do VIP prisoners have in jail, especially Tihar jail. What happened to that committee, sir? Is there any sense of governance, administrative proceedings that are happening with regard to understanding how VIP prisoners are being treated?
You see, I have seen in so many cases, like you see Pappu Yadav case. Pappu Yadav was transferred from Patna jail to Delhi jail because at Patna jail he was getting VVIP facilities. He was transferred to Delhi jails, and here also he was getting the VVIP facility, and Supreme Court had passed stricture on the prison administration. Similarly, in Subrata Roy Sahara, which we can see on this screen, Subrata Roy Sahara, I have met the Chief Minister to complain him that he is getting so many facilities which are not admissible to the other prisoners. But nobody heard me. And I have seen that whenever VIP is coming to any jail, you see Sasikala case in Karnataka itself, she was allowed to leave the jail cell during the night. This was reported by the DIG of that prison. So,
it's less an
observation,
exception, more the rule, Mr. Gupta. Long and short of it is that it's less an exception, more the rule, Vasudha. Mr. Ravichandran also making a very nuanced point about the order and the merits of it and going into it and what the impact it will have on the trial itself. We'll keep a close focus of all that. But this is an extremely important case, not just for the brutality, Vasudha, but because of the kind of responses that his fans have given to those who have even appreciated the Supreme Court's order or have questioned the bail application, bail granting for him by the High Court.
Absolutely, Veera. And somehow it is so difficult to, get that sympathy for an actor like Darshan, because clearly those VIP videos did get a lot of traction and pointed out to how VIPs actually misuse prison system in the country. On the other side of this break, we have a wonderful report on the Coolie blockbuster that was released today.
Hello, Moto.
Moto G96 5G. All eyes on you.
It's a day to remember the partition of the country and express condolences to victims of its tragedy. On this day, Congress hurt the pride of Mother India by dividing the country into pieces. Partition led to violence, exploitation and atrocities, and crores of people suffered displacement. I pay my deepest tribute to all those people. The country will never be able to forget this history and pain of partition.
तू ही तो है जिसकी सच्चाई वाली क्लैरिटी की वजह से मैं आज यहाँ हूँ।
गोल्ड प्लस सिल्वॉक्सी मिरर्स, ऐसी क्लैरिटी कि आपको सिर्फ सच नजर आए, चाहे कितने भी साल बीत जाएं।
जब मुंबई से वापस कोल्हापुर शिफ्ट हुआ तो सबने कहा कि ड्रीम सिटी को छोड़ रहा है। ड्रीम सिटी, तो मैंने कहा ड्रीम में तो यही गलियाँ आती हैं। तो जब ये रियलाइज़ हुआ कि कुछ बड़ा करने के लिए बड़े शहर में रहने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, तब लगा कि लाइफ में ग्रो किया। कशित आई ऐसे बॉय मिलते मुंबई में, चांस ही नहीं।
SIP करो, इन्वेस्ट करो, लाइफ में ग्रो करो।
प्रतिभूति बाजार में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है। निवेश करने से पहले सभी संबंधित दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें।
फिनिस्टा विंडोज, ब्यूटीफुल एंड ड्यूरेबल डिजाइन्स, इंस्टॉलेशन से मेंटेनेंस की लाइफ लॉन्ग कस्टमर सर्विस। आपके घर में फिनिस्टा नहीं है तो कॉल कीजिए।
फाइन फाइनर फिनिस्टा।
यहाँ पे आप खड़े रहेंगे।
नहीं, यहाँ पे
एक्शन। तेरी सांसों
को मेरे दिल में पनाह मिल जाए।
मैं पढ़ के
आप नहीं कहा था।
मुझे याद नहीं।
चलो सुनने तक गए।
अरे भैया आप मेरे आगे मत रहो।
हमारी एक्टिविटीज जो आगे और शाम के फंक्शन तक आप ठीक रहेंगे ना?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
अभी चाय लेंगे।
हाँ,
थोड़ा राइट में लीजिए। प्रवीण जी, वी आर रेडी व्हेन यू आर रेडी। आप ही लोगों का कार्यक्रम है, जोरदार तालियों से जरा जय जवान का और अपना स्वागत हम यहीं पे कर लेते हैं। थैंक यू सो मच। एक बार जोरदार तालियां सभी के लिए।
Mohit, you are known for your music. All your films, musics stay with us till today. I'm a millennial and those music are kind of music. So whenever we say Mohit Suri film aa raha hai, we know the music will be good, right? It's a given. So you really work hard. But is this always like how you create your music? you need everything in place, the mood, the lighting, even when the person is in the studio and just singing. And also, how did you select your musicians that this person's voice is perfect for this song?
That's what I think, the amount you give to a song, that's how long it will last, I think. Everyone does the programming, everyone writes the words, everyone makes the thing. But the thing is how much you give, how much of heart you give to the lyrics or to the music or to the melody or to the singing. That's how long the song will last, is what I genuinely feel. If you don't give that love, you're not going to get it back. It's just a simple debit and credit procedure, I think, with the audience. I genuinely feel I don't have any special skill. I don't know any scale or anything else. It's just that I enjoy that process a lot. Give me an evening to just go for a film party or something, I'll skip it. But you give me like a struggling musician to go who has a great tune, some new guys, chill all night with them. I can do that. I can just sit there, make music and stuff like that. We just did that recently. Fahim came down. He just surprised us, and we met in my Bandra office, and Han was there, Aneet was there, and he made me hear his other songs and stuff like that. But it was it's so much fun, because I just think making music, film you still get to see something. I think music is so amazing. You just
don't need to see anything.
It's in the air, and suddenly it just comes together, and it's just, you can just feel it, and something you hear makes you feel something. It's just magical.
Vanakkam Tamil Nadu.
Now the battle for Tamil Nadu 2026 is open now.
After Chief Minister Stalin rolls up his sleeves.
And Vijay steps in as a star challenger.
This is a mass gathering, not for cash.
Meanwhile, a former Chief Minister, Edappadi Palanisamy, begins his fight back.
The big comeback campaign by EPS has well and truly begun.
These are all the ultimate players, and this is going to be the ultimate test.
Is your business future ready? Join the 13-week strategic ESG certification program for business sustainability and growth for CXO and business leaders by NDTV, Terry, and Zenora. Master global ESG frameworks, gain real-world tools, and lead with impact. Starts August the 23rd. Enroll now and power your business with sustainability.
हेलो बोलिए मैडम, रबर ट्रेडिंग कब से चल रहा है पता है मैडम आपको? हम और आप तो जन्म भी नहीं हुआ था हमारा.
We investigated a shady advisory firm that has spent big bucks on advertising on the front pages of national dailies.
ये आपको बिल्कुल उसका ऐसे हल्का सा भी खौफ नहीं है?
मैडम एक बात को खौफ किस लिए रखना चाहिए ये तो बताओ, कौन सा गलत काम कर रहा हूँ मैं?
After our report, we also saw NSE came out with a cautionary circular to the investors. Market Regulator Securities and Exchange Board of India has also come out with a release talking about the actions that it has taken. Cyber
Moto G96 5G. All eyes on you.
A massive cloudburst in J&K's Kishtwar district claims 32 lives. The inundation was along the route of Machli Mata Yatra. A massive rescue operation is underway. Supreme Court rules that those whose names have been struck off Bihar's voter list can submit their Aadhaar cards to challenge this deletion. Top Gallantry Awards for Operation Sindoor Heroes. After bail cancellation, actor Darshan has been arrested now.
Welcome back. The special focus Vasudha this evening. Rajinikanth's Coolie opened to packed houses and record first day collections across India. The superstar's 171st film, directed by Lokesh Kanakaraj and featuring Amir Khan, Naga Arjuna, Upendra, Satyaraj and Shruti Hassan, has that extra fan craze as it also marks 50 years of Rajinikanth in Indian cinema.
That's right, Veera. As early as 6 a.m., the crowds flocked to theatres across several South Indian cities. The halls were packed, whether it was Chennai, Bengaluru, Ernakulam, or even in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Record opening for the film, which clashes with Hrithik Roshan's War 2 in the northern states. But yes, I guess there are few who can challenge the Rajinikanth impact in South India. Veera decided to go to one of these theatres this morning, more to see the fans and what impact the movie has on them.
That's right, Vasudha. I'll watch it over the weekend, but I got a glimpse of it today. To my mind though, Vasudha, and I must say this honestly, the fans are the bigger story than a film when it comes to Rajinikanth. I found some die-hard fans in Bengaluru, just as Sam Daniel found some in Chennai.
Rajini's film, so it's always special, no?
You're a Kamal fan. How special was directing Rajinikanth?
Yeah, I can say that in another interview. There is a lot of rush here.
Has the film come out well the way you liked?
Yes. The response is so good. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, how special was this film for you? Thank you. What's the larger theme you chose for Coolie?
Sir, it's a very special day, sir. I heard all over the world it's a record. Very proud to be part of the 50th year of Rajini's.
Any particular theme you chose for this?
Sir, just mass, sir. That's Talaivar. That's Talaivar.
What next?
Jailer 2, sir.
Lastly, young talents are doing extremely well in Tamil cinema now, be it you or Lokesh. What's the larger message?
So just a proud moment, sir. Very proud moment. The 50th year of Talaivar, for us to deliver this, I'm very happy, sir.
Thank you so much, Anil, for your time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Always.
That was Mr. Anirudh talking to us in Chennai with Suresh, Sam Daniel for NDTV.
Bangalore, and you're a Rajinikanth fan. Have you seen the film or are you going to see the film?
We are going to see the film.
Fans of all ages, obviously, each one with a different thing. You all have Coolie. Coolie,
Yes, sir.
Yes. What? Why?
Namla Coolie da. Namla Coolie da.
You can take out Kannadi and do Rajinikanth style?
Yeah.
Very nice. It is being Rajinified. Rajinified na enna? Being terrified is being Rajinified. Powerhouse. We are at the Urvashi Theatre here in Bangalore, where there is a 50-year-old cake being cut for Rajinikanth. Crackers being burst there. Full-on Rajinikanth mania being played out here. All on this. Full crowd here early morning. Chandrakant is the Rajinikanth fans.